Janeen and Michael, thank you so much for being here.
Oh, thank you for having us.
Yeah, good to be with you.
Thank you. So I want to start out with the first thing that comes to most people's minds when they think of Ireland, and that's the green scenery. How did you want to tie in the beautiful landscapes that are a staple of the country with the romantic tale of finding oneself? They seem to complement each other really well.
Well, there's a mysticism and sort of a magical quality that I think that people visualize when you say Ireland. It has I don't know, it has this intangible thing about it that is it's so beautiful, but also it has fairies, it has um, culture that goes back centuries, and
Guinness beer.
and,
I mean, come on.
so that's a very romantic notion to us, and also I think that if you're taking a rom-com, that the story is about someone who makes a wish. What better place to make a wish than in
Yes.
Ireland?
In a wishing
Uh,
chair
Because they do
oh,
have wishing
at the
chairs.
Guinness Lake.
They
oh
do. They
yeah.
have wishing chairs and they work.
Yeah, they do. Try it out. I'm serious. You're gonna love it.
I haven't been to Ireland yet, but it's number one on my list.
Oh,
Were there any specific shots you wanted to get going into filming where you said, I need this visual?
I think that definitely the Cliffs of Moher,
Yeah.
because it is such a magnificent uh, place to be that and it's so dynamic and visual, and you almost have an emotional response to it when you see it. So that was definitely something that we wanted to make sure that we were able to capture.
And I'm sure you wanted Guinness involved, right? That was a
Well,
given.
Michael wanted the Guinness. I wanted the Cliffs of Moher.
By the way, I know we're joking about it, but when in the story, when they go to the lake, it is actually the Guinness family lake,
Is it
and it's a
really?
private, yes,
Yes.
it's a private lake. It's this reserve, and we were the lucky ones who were able to film at it. It's a magical place. It almost looks like Jurassic Park at times because of the greenery and there's some mountains that swoop down to the waters, and it's so dreamy. And
And it actually has a sand beach. So if you shoot
yeah,
it from above, it looks like the top of a cup of Guinness. And that's why it's called Guinness Lake. Literally, it is called Guinness Lake.
yeah. So
Wow.
all joking aside with the Guinness, although you do have to have it, it's part of the culture of Ireland. It's
Oh
very
yeah.
important.
But it's a beautiful place. And when we were scouting it, we were looking for a place to have our wishing chair. And we
Yeah,
saw this magnificent tree and we said, oh, we want to put
yeah.
the wishing chair under this tree. And they said, oh, that tree, that's a fairy tree. I didn't even know there a
It
fairy
was it was
tree
a fairy tree, and
that a
really,
fairy
yeah,
tree even exists, and there are little mounds where there are these fairy trees, and there's all this folklore that goes around that. So this tree itself
yeah.
had its own story and mysticism, just that alone.
Well, all the magic just comes together, doesn't it?
Yes.
You both worked with Lindsay on Falling for Christmas as well. What makes her so great to work with? And did you sort of pick up where you left off from the previous film?
Oh, absolutely. Because in the first movie, we didn't know each other at all, and
Mhm.
so we were coming together for the first time, and we were learning each other's process and ways of working. And then by the time that we got to Irish Wish, there was a wonderful shorthand. We became really good friends with Lindsay. We hung out with her and her husband, Batter, and she's so great to work with, so smart, prepared. She really takes her job seriously, and it was so we knew exactly what we were getting into on the second one, and we did pick up where we left off, and hopefully took it to a whole new level because we think she's magnificent in Irish Wish.
Michael, what about you? What do you enjoy most about working with Lindsay?
Oh, I think that, first of all, the first take, the second take, which is even rare because usually everything is there in the first take, and that's extraordinary
Mhm.
for an actor to get it perfect right out of the gate. And she's, as Janine said, very well prepared. And second take is it's like a bonus take, but she's gonna be brilliant in all of them, and really,
No, she's like solid as a rock.
yeah, she's solid as rock. You know, doing the comedy, the big physical comedy, she really likes that a lot, and so she likes being pushed and challenged and, like, going big and going for it, and that's really, I think that's really cool because some actors, they don't want to really go the distance. They're like, but she goes above and beyond. She's wonderful in the physical comedy. and the emotion is all there, tons of emotion when it's called for in the story. And so you got the comedy, you got the emotion, you've got and she's very honest. Everything she says, she really, she means every word that she says, and that's so
she
important.
takes us on the journey.
Yeah, exactly.
That the audience gets swept up and gets to go along on, and so it's really amazing to watch her work.
She believes it, so we believe it.
That's perfect. Well, speaking of that physical comedy, without spoiling anything, there's a certain scene at the end that requires a lot of physical comedy. Was it as much fun to put that scene together as it was to watch?
That was very intricately choreographed.
Which scene is that? Which? Oh,
yes.
The family event.
Yes.
Family event.
I was like, oh no, speak no evil, speak no evil.
Oh, that's gonna be fun.
No, it was very specifically choreographed, and because we want to make sure everybody stayed safe. And they were all in.
It was
the actors were all in on that, and we had so much fun coming up with it, and it turned out great. We were really excited about it.
That was chaos, okay?
Oh yeah.
But I mean, it was
choreographed chaos.
Choreographed chaos, but really,
our stunt coordinator came up. We gave him our ideas of what we wanted, and he
rehearsing it was fun too.
Yeah.
In the stunt room, with all on the mats and everything and the pads and run. That's gonna be fun. I can't wait. Thank you for bringing that up.
I
can't wait for people to see it, because that's something that I will say you will rarely ever see in a movie. Don't you think? Have you ever, in real life? I mean, if you can experience it in real life, you've seen something extraordinary.
Absolutely. Well, it's always said that couples should never bring their work home. So were there any days or nights after filming that you were able to put your work aside and explore Ireland a bit?
Well, do you want the truth, or do you want which? A problem is that we're so all in when we make a movie that when we're done, we're probably back over looking at the set for the next day, and then reviewing
and prepare. You know what? I'll tell you when we get to explore.
Yeah.
And that is on location scouts.
Location scouting is
and that's when we're having a great time experiencing everything for the first time, and you walk in and it's a clean slate.
You're
and you're visualizing what it is that you're looking for, and you get to see things, and you get access to places that you normally would never get to see.
I think that
yes, we did get to see Ireland.
It's, what it is, for people that are not, or non-filmmakers, location scouting is kind of like you're the best tourist ever, because you're taking a van, you know what I mean? Like the Hollywood sightseeing tours.
Look at,
and this is
gorgeous.
This is a castle, and the guy and the scout is telling you all the things, and you really are. It's really fun. It's like you are a tourist, and then you're just kind of like thinking, "Oh my gosh, okay, so
if we're gonna shoot
this, how can we do this?" And so really, as Janeen said, it's really that is a super fun time to really enjoy where you're going, and they're telling you history as you go along the way, because once film production starts, as you know, it's very complex, and there's a million moving parts. And you're preparing and advancing, and so you don't really get a chance to, hey, let's go to the Cliffs of Moher on Sunday.
But on Scout, we're also, we have some of our heads of departments with us, and some of them we have a great history with, and some producers that we've worked with many times, and we're all together, and it's really fun. We have a really good time.
Well, that sounds like a blast. Janeen, Michael, thank you so much for your time. I had a great time, and I really hope to speak to you again soon.